Hello, y'all. I'm Divine Sally. Huh? How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome. I have a beautiful message for you today that I want you to think about. So let's get to it. Okay. I was watching something that touched my heart so deep. So deep. And before I get to that, I want to say this. To those that don't like what I say, that don't agree, that have a different viewpoint, that want to bring me harm because of what I say, there's one simple fix. Get the fuck up off my feed and don't look at my stuff. It's as simple as that. If I trigger you, I don't need to know about it. Unless it was a trigger that helped you grow. Other than that, you're not ready. Yeah, I said what I said. If I trigger you, and it's my experience, understand, it's my experience that a lot of us go through and a lot of us experience. But it triggers you. So much so you want to say something negative. I don't care about your negative goddamn comment. You can stick it where the sun don't shine. I don't care if you hate me, don't like me, and don't like what I say. I don't care. Here's why. Because I walk with love. I do what love tells me to do, and I do the best that I can. And if my job, based on love, is in agreement with love, and love doesn't say anything to me, why the fuck are you saying something to me? I don't measure myself by you. I don't measure myself by zealots. I don't measure myself by your religion. I don't measure myself by what the fuck you think you know that you don't. That you follow in a fucking book with over 450 books removed plus. And you gonna tell me you have the whole fucking picture? Get the fuck out of my face. I said what I said. I'm not gonna apologize for my path, what I do, or what I walk, or who I walk with. With that being said, for this message, if you claim love and you don't like the alphabet people, you don't like immigrants, you don't like people of color, you have prejudices that are really unfounded and not necessary, you also can leave. I don't need you like that. Okay? Because this message, if you really want to understand this next message that's coming, you won't act like that. Do I make myself clear? All right, so let's get to the message. Now, and for those that regularly watch me and appreciate what I do for you and what we do for each other, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry you had to sit through that, but sometimes you got to let people know. Okay. The message. I was watching something on YouTube, and the title was He's My Constant. And I looked, and I smiled. And I smiled so big because I want you to understand something. When you say love is love, and love can't help who you choose, that's because y'all keep putting this shit in the box. There are in-between spaces in love. You can have a best friend that you don't understand why you love them the way that they do, baby, but let someone hurt them. Let someone touch them, right? You can have that family member that you love more than other people because you're on a kindred level. You can have someone the same sex. And I think about the two friends from, there was a doctor show. I think it was Suits. I can't remember. Two friends. They do the T-Mobile commercial. Best of friends. A lot of people like that in wrestling and other places. And I look at those friendships, those loves, and they're inseparable. Well, I'm going to mispronounce the name. I'm trying to get it. Zhao Zhan and Wang Yibo. And that beautiful relationship, whatever it may be. It don't matter what kind of relationship it is. It's authentic love. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's authentic love. See, people want to run around here and tell people the kind of relationships they can have. Love determines, not you human, not you alien, not you other spirits. Love determines, not even you gods. You don't cross love. Love is its own entity. And when love determines, you don't break. Love determined. Now, a lot of people get mad because I refuse to give my will to something that I don't know. I know me. I know love. I don't know these other shits that you're trying to get me to follow. And anything that comes up and tries to make control you for no reason other than for you to follow and glorify, no. You're not convincing me. Hell no. Because I did the work. You're not convincing me. So when I speak of love, it has nothing to do with control. Love doesn't want to control you. It wants to guide you and help you. So if you find anything dealing with love that has to do with control, that's not love. One. If you can't walk in the in-between spaces to feel and see, in between worlds, in between spaces. And those of you that know what I mean, you know what I mean. Love exists in all those spaces. All of them. Love is all. So it exists everywhere. Even when it seems too dark for love to exist, it exists because love is dark too. Y'all have no clue what love does and what it can do, how it exists on the scale. There's many facets to love. There's many angles. It is light, it is dark, it is gray, it is shadow, it is hope, it's everything. It is everything. Now, when I looked at that and what was said, I could feel not just the love, the respect, the honor, which many people don't have. Very few have honor and move with honor. That is something I always try to move with. But I make mistakes. I have ego. I'm not going to say I'm human, but I'm something. But we love in those in-between spaces. And I'm talking about the spaces where it's just quiet. You don't have to say anything to anyone. You're just there. We always meet people we want to protect and we want to love, and we can't understand why we're pulled to them. Children, family, friends, businesses, because there are kindred spirits. That's why. There are kindred spirits, my loves. And there becomes a point when you love so much. It is just one being when you're together, not two. And then you're whole. Because you are whole, they're whole. Boom. That's the most beautiful one of them. The other is when you give and you keep giving. You have your boundaries. But and that other one reciprocates in kind, and it's a flow. Many don't know how to flow. They weren't taught how to flow. Not with love. So my loves, don't judge people. Love is love. And when we say love is just love. No boundaries. Don't put boundaries on it. It is what it is. And when it's real and authentic, nothing can break it. Nothing can dim it. And it is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in the whole of existence.